started. Hey everybody, welcome to the Dreaming of Diamond vision casting call for 2018. I am ridiculously excited. I'm so amped. I have chills right now because I'm weird and I get excited about stuff like this. So as always, I said this before, but if you have any questions about this, I want us to have an open dialogue. Something that I want you to understand is that this is going to be an ongoing learning process. Nobody's throwing you out, like kicking you out of the plane and making sure, you know, and like thinking like, okay, everybody's going to be like an A+ student at this. But what I am asking for is a commitment that this is going to be our new process. And that if we commit to this together, everybody is going to be stronger for this. Not only us as leaders, but the people that join our team and us, right? You might be on this call or somebody might be on this call that is sitting here going, I don't have team members yet. I want to have team members. I don't know how to do this. And we're going to teach them how to do it. We're all learning together. And I'm very, very excited. So what I'm going to talk you through tonight is the first 72 hours of a sign up. I'm going to talk to you about how easy this is. I'm going to refer back to last night's call. And because I'm some sort of a random rock star, I've posted the link to last night's call already. You guys are not used to this. I know. It's like a new thing. So anyways, you can go back and refer to that. I highly encourage that. Even save it if you need to as we're learning this, right? What we're doing right now is going to feel like it's some sort of a Bible or big time guideline of what we're doing right now. But in 6 months, we're all going to be so good at this that we're going to go back to these recordings and be like, okay, well, that was like amateur hour for all of us because we're going to learn and grow together. It's going to be fantastic. Walking through those first 72 hours, I've got some mentions about what our team culture is going to look like. I'm going to refer back a little bit to last night's call. Then I'm going to talk to you about action items you can expect from me in the next 4 days with timelines to hold myself accountable. And then I'm going to give you guys to-dos. It's going to be really, really simple. I want you to ask questions. So the theme of what we're doing in 2018 is the focus on duplication by focusing on and celebrating silver promotions on our teams, okay? By doing this, not only do we allow everyone, whether they are a business builder or someone who just wants to make a little bit of money back on their products or has a giving, sharing heart, or maybe they need their products completely paid for. This is for everybody, right? That rank is for everybody. It does not matter, okay? Every single diamond, even those 2 double diamonds that are in our direct upline, started as a silver ambassador, okay? Those 2 people did it twice. Okay, so this is really something that I like about the ideology behind this is that if you have gone silver, you can coach silver. If you have not gone silver, you will learn this process to do so. I love it. So the first 72 hours, I hope everybody's got a pen and a paper. Again, I'm recording this, but this is what it's going to look like their first 72 hours. I'd like it to be sooner, but I'm giving grace. Obviously, we're all very busy, but I know this means a lot to us. So we are helping them sign up. Ideally, we're walking through this on the phone with them. I've heard of people doing it on FaceTime, or we're sending them instructions, but we're running closely alongside them as they're doing the sign up. We're also setting up their subscription order, okay? This is not a call where I'm going to talk about objections on subscription, but this can be an ongoing piece of training that we can talk about in the future. Okay, so the second thing that we're going to do is we're going to send that welcome email, okay, or the welcome message. This welcome message is going to be very robust. It's also going to be in our team page tagged. I'm going to take away the Zoom link. I'm going to make a graphic for the Zoom link. This is all part of what I'm going to be doing this week. And you guys can keep that graphic with the Zoom link on your phones or whatever you need to do. Keep it in the notes if you want like a hyperlink to it, whatever you need to do for you. But our new pinned post is going to be this welcome letter. Okay. Maybe your process is you tag people in it in the team page. Maybe your process is that you email it to them. Maybe your process is that you send it to them in a text message or a messenger message. I do not care how it gets to them, but it needs to get to them because this is part of their process. Okay, so in this welcome email, I'm going to include, I've done this already. This is in the team page, but it's going to get a facelift. The digital success kit is going to be added into there, okay? Team videos are obviously in there. We already have those in there. I'm also doing a new welcome video that's going to happen when I don't have little people around and I've taken a shower. That's going to be happening this week, though. Again, I have timelines for everything I'm doing. And it's also going to give exact instructions on how to locate the rank up roadmap to silver. Okay, something that I want to make very, very clear is that we are going to make everything so like sewn in together that whether the vocabulary is just so across the board, guys. We're all speaking the same language. We're all doing the same thing. I don't care if Casey signed somebody or Donna signed somebody or Mandy signed somebody. We are all starting the same way. I'm not taking away anything related to your personal sparkle as a coach. Those people joined you for a reason. You're going to have your own process, but these things that we're talking about, they are going to see it. Their neighbor over here is going to do it. Their upline has done it. Their downline is going to do it as well. Okay, so that's going to be in the welcome email. That's going to get a facelift. Then the next thing that's going to happen is after you've sent the welcome email, as you're sending hey, I'm going to be sending you this message, guys. Again, freedom on how you get it to them, but get it in their hands and make sure that they access it. I know you know how to get people to do what you want them to do because you're in a sharing business. I know you know how to do that. So you'll figure that out. You're also going to set what we've decided that we're not calling a welcome call anymore. We talked about this last night. We're calling it a personal coaching call. Okay? The reason behind that is that there are, right now we're not getting physical items that come with, right? We're not getting that physical welcome pack. We've got to take our personal relationship to the next level. What comes with their ambassadorship is a personal coaching call. Okay? When we set the personal coaching call, we're not asking permission. We're not dipping our toe in the water. We're not kind of backdooring it. We're not whispering it. We're saying, great, next is going to be a personal coaching call with my friend Mandy. Are you available on Friday or Saturday? A great time for her, is between 2 and 4. Do either of those days work for you at that time? Right? It is very important that you know, a general idea of your sponsor or the person who's doing these coaching calls for you, their availability. The good news for everybody is, let's say you set a time because you get excited, like maybe it's the first one and they do it, and then your sponsor's like, I can't do it, and you don't want to go back to the person. You're going to have so many people in the line. Somebody's going to do that coaching call for you. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so you set the personal coaching call and we're not asking permission. If you're on this call and you didn't have a coaching call or a welcome call, there's a variety of reasons for that, right? Maybe you were seemingly very busy, or maybe your sponsor was afraid to ask, or maybe it didn't come up in conversation. It doesn't matter. We're doing them now. That's the thing that's fantastic. So we're making it a part of the team culture now. Okay, so the very most next thing that I love and I think is super critical is you're plugging them into resources immediately, meaning team page, okay? If my team page is your closest support page, that's where you go. I've got another team that's got some other support pages under me. You be the judge of where that person gets plugged into. But I highly recommend that, so for example, I feel that Jana adds some different training that I do. I really try to, diversify that. So those are two, great choices for you as well. One at least, okay? If you like Jana's page more than, you like DOD for whatever reason, you're not going to hurt my feelings. I want them to have resources, that's all, okay? All right, so here's the thing that we know about people that show promise and excitement about the business and all that kind of stuff. We can always add them to more. Overwhelming them at the beginning is a bad idea, okay? All right, I'm going to go through this one more time because isn't this the simplest process you've ever heard in your whole entire life? Easy, easy. Click the easy button. Okay, sign them up, set up their subscription. Ideally, because we like to have control, but here's a nice way to say that, we like to help. We want to be doing that as closely to them as possible, okay? We're sending the welcome email. You're tagging them in it. You're sending it to their email. You're messaging it to them. You're texting it to them. I do not care how they get it. They need to get it. Okay? All right. Next is you're setting the personal coaching call. We're not asking permission. We're saying this is what we do. Now, we deal with human beings. So I'm going to talk about what happens if the person is very hesitant. Okay? Oh, okay. Well, that's completely fine. I hope I didn't give you the wrong idea about this coaching call. My friend is so knowledgeable about the products that you're going to be taking. I just wanted you to have another Plexus story to relate to. Are you sure you don't want to get on the phone? If they act weird about it, obviously, guys, this is a relationship business. We're not going to push it. That, what I just said, is not an invitation to slack off on the gas of the coaching call. Okay? It is very, very, very important. If you talk to like diamond teams, teams that have great duplication, teams that have amazing success with can be a subscription order setting, it's the starting out process that's strong. Okay, period. All right, and then we're welcoming them to the team page. We're plugging them into resources immediately. In that welcome email, we're going to have resources for them, so know that. Right? But we're also getting them connected to live people. Okay? Don't recommend you adding them to the DOD team thread right away. We do some strategy on there. You guys know that I come to you with very specific things about what do you guys want this? Not the place for a new person. Okay? That's just my opinion. So we reserve that. That's kind of a layer of leadership, right? As we see that they get it, they want more, then we add them to that. Okay, I just wanted to throw that out there. The theme for our team in 2018 is getting personal and celebrating silver. Okay, I don't know if you guys have noticed an explosion of network marketing businesses. This is a blessing and a curse for us. The model is everywhere, but people are less afraid to dip their toe in, okay? So that's a good thing. How are we going to bring people into the Plexus web, this pink web of love that we can share with everybody? It's by us. It's by our starting them off strong. It's by us talking to them. And it's by us, again, plugging them in and working with them. All right, so this is easy. Your process has just been created for every single person that joins your team, okay? I also want to mention something else that's coming. I'm going to mention it in another section of notes. Another thing that's going to be coming with the welcome email is going to be financial information that I think is very important for an ambassador to get, okay? So that's also going to be available for you. Sarah is helping me embed some links. So there's going to be a link to a summary graphic and a link to a more expanded version. I don't have the skills in my toolbox to do that. She's going to help me do it. We're going to keep it very short and sweet. It's going to cater itself also to people who want to make money back on their purchases. So have no worries. It's going to be great for everybody. And it's going to dip the toe in a little bit for what is possible for those red personalities that are about to, not know what they don't know about how fantastic this is. Okay. Next, I want to say, we've got to be saying that we're sharing. Okay. Selling is killing people's kind of feeling like people don't want to be sold. They don't want to sell things. We've got to say that we're sharing. We've got to talk about connecting people to products. We're not selling products, right? I encourage you to really, really make that mindset shift, because there is a small segment of the population that isn't afraid of the word selling. I am one of those people. Prior to my Plexus career, I was not afraid of the word selling. Other people don't like it, okay? But they're still good at it, even they don't like it, right? We've got to backdoor it. Really, really work on saying sharing. Very, very critical, guys, okay? All right, so I want to talk a little bit about my coaching, that personal coaching called Details. So this is like a sidebar, a little snippet into last night. I just want to share a little bit about what a personal coaching call is going to look like for you, okay? All right, so you're going to get obviously yourself, and ideally your sponsor or the person closest to you that coaches you in Plexus on that call. If for some reason somebody else is doing it, doesn't matter, same format, right? You're going to introduce them. They are going to talk about that sponsor, upline, person acting as the advisor, whatever it is going to share why they Plexus in a very short and concise and rapport building way. And then that person is going to flip into just asking about new ambassador. Tell me about yourself. Tell me why you chose Plexus, getting a little bit more of the story. Then as we're talking about that, this is a nice place to briefly talk about product regimen. Obviously, sponsor is going to be doing a great job of doing that coaching. I am blessed, beyond blessed, to have amazing product coaches on this team, okay? Not needing you to dive in to really a lot there, but addressing any concerns. I find that sometimes that will just come up, and there will be, oh, I have this question. Oh, I didn't think to ask Leanne this question, but this is my question now. This is a great time at that point to talk about that. Then we're going to just talk to them, right? You, as the sponsor or upline, has chosen to make money with Plexus, okay? Chosen to share with Plexus and been rewarded handsomely. Then you would say something like, would you be interested in getting your products for free, Susie Q? Would you be interested in getting your products for free? And when they say yes, now they can say no, and then obviously we all know the way that the call would kind of, go down that path. But when they say yes, you're going to then get a verbal agreement to link them back to that rank up roadmap to silver, that we're going to have the link in that welcome email. And last night we learned a lot about how the sponsor is going to be involved in that process. So it would go something like this. Hey, Susie Q, you sound great. You sound so excited. Do you think that you'd ever want to get your products paid for with Plexus? We have a unique opportunity in Plexus to not have to pay to get healthy. Is that something that you would ever want to hear more about? Oh man, that sounds great. I would love to hear about that, because my husband's a little agitated that I did this behind his back. Oh, hey, I get it. Don't worry about it. We've got a program for you. It actually was sent to you in your welcome email, but it's called the Rank Up Roadmap to Silver. That is your key to get your products paid for. And I know that Mandy is going to be able to help you every step of the way with that. Do you think that you'd be able to have some time tonight to get involved in and get in your back office and look at that? The instructions are right there in that welcome email. And they're going to say, oh yeah, you know what? I think I might have some time. Or they might say, you know what? I'm not going to have time right now, but I think I could have time this weekend. Awesome. I know that Mandy's going to follow right back up with you on Saturday to make sure that you found that okay, because this is super easy. And people usually achieve this rank in their first 30 days. Okay? Saying it like that makes them feel like this is a no-brainer, guys. It's easy. People typically will achieve this in 30 days. If somebody says that to you, now granted, guys, we know that there's a gamut. We know that some of us started as really sick folks and we didn't try to do that in the first 30 days. But when somebody puts their pedal to the metal and they really commit, it's really possible. I would encourage you to share with those people that can typically happen in the first 30 days. Okay? Obviously, we tied them back on how to get there. Ask them when to start. And then I would personally at that time say, you know what, if you're really excited about this, you know, a lot of folks kind of feel comfortable to start, you know, just to say something on social media that your friend, Mandy, introduced you to this. Is that something you would be open to see who might already have interest in getting healthy with you? Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be like a no-brainer. I'd love to do that. I would love to help Mandy's business out. Great. And we know what first post we're going to introduce them to, guys, right? That easy breezy first post where they tag the sponsor, anybody who likes or comments, we know the drill. Okay? That's what that personal coaching call is going to look like. We will practice this. Like I said before, this is not something that we're going to dive into and we're going to be experts at. But if we commit to it, this is going to be happening like the back of our hand, and I'm so excited. Okay. All right. So action items for me. See, that was it. That was it. 30 minutes. This is like crazy. We're going to talk about action items for me, what you can expect from me and hold me to, and then I'm going to talk to you about action items for you. Action items for us as a team, meaning what am I doing for you? That means that I already posted that recording of last night's call. Highly encourage you to get more information about what I just shared about what that personal coaching call would look like. Jana and I already have plans to do some role playing, a role playing call where you can hop on and get some ideas on what that might look like. You know, my goal with this process is to continue to support this process. Now that we have it in place, we're going to have content surrounding this process as much as possible. Okay. The updated welcome letter. I'm going to pin that also. That's going to link again, like I said, the virtual success kit. It's going to include a new welcome video by me. Feel free to make your own welcome video, by the way, guys. You are team leaders. You're budding team leaders. This is a great place. If you wanted to have a welcome video, you could put it in place of mine. Okay. Feel free to use mine, but that's a great place for you to get involved as a team leader yourself. Okay. Where to locate the shareables. And obviously the beginning stages of the business. That's all going to be updated in that welcome letter that we're going to get in the hands of everybody. Okay. I'm going to post that to you by Wednesday. All right. So another thing that I mentioned already is a new financial information letter that we're going to be able to send alongside this. Okay. So this is with the summary plan and expanded info. I'm going to talk to you about how Sarah's going to help me get that link so that people can just kind of click on it and get the information right away. So it's going to be short. It's going to be sweet. I'm going to post that by Thursday. Okay. So the wholesale customer page, I promised you guys at the beginning of the month, I was going to have a page that is robust and a great place to add our more wholesale customer ambassadors. That's still coming. I've got the rest of the month. You guys know I like to run it to the end of the deal. That's still coming. And it's going to be a place that they will still get some business information. They will still get tied back into what they should have expected or what they will expect, folks coming forward with the welcome process and all that. Okay. All right. So be ready to add those folks to that by the 31st. Up to you guys. This is just a little off the cuff conversation. Up to you guys if you want to remove people from DOD. Up to you. Right? If you've kind of barked up their tree a little bit about sharing, they're not really interested. It's okay for you to remove them from DOD because they're still going to get a little bit of business, hey, did you know if you do this? Hey, did you know if you do that? Also, they're going to get information on if you're not qualified every month, let's look at, you could make money back on your purchases by ordering every other month. Guys, things that we try to, throw that information net out onto our larger team page, and it's kind of difficult. It might be a better way to target those folks. Okay. All right. So great. All right. And then we are going to, Jana let me know about this, and some of you guys might know what this is, but it's Evernote. So Jana and I really, she is very robust in Evernote. My idea is that we are going to create training that like exactly aligns basically with corporate training, but in our own words, and it's going to be available on Evernote. Okay, Evernote is sort of a repository for training. From what I understand, we can send the entire file. It can be accessible. Donna's nodding. So Donna's going to be actually helping me with Evernote because I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm excited about it. So that's going to happen by the end of the month also. And really, that's going to be a living, breathing area where we can just continue to add things to it. Okay, so that's what you can expect from me. Now, what do you need to do? Homework. Who's excited? Okay, so you need to perform the Rank Up Roadmap to Silver, period. We can't coach it unless we do it, okay? There are some things that I really liked that I want you to keep in mind. There's the 10 to connect idea that you're going to see in Rank Up Roadmap, and there's the connections list. As a sponsor, those are areas where in the module, they say connect back to your sponsor, okay? You will be running with them during that. So like I shared last night, knowing this well so that you can be the best coach for them and you can, kind of be in front of what they're going to be doing. Oh, have you done the 10 to connect yet? Okay, when do you think you're going to do it? Oh, great. Okay, well, you and I can connect on that, in a day or so, depending on what they say. Obviously, making a list, now that you've heard this, making a list of people that you feel could benefit from getting another strong start, right? There's nothing wrong with starting strong with somebody again. There's nothing wrong with going to a happy wholesaler and saying, you know what, I messed up. I did not get you on the phone with my sponsor, and I feel that this could change a lot for you with a personal coaching call. Okay, it's going to change the shape a little bit because of the products are already be on them, but you can be diagnostic at that time. A coaching call, a personal coaching call, a welcome call really changed my business. And I know that others have shared with me that their coaching calls or their welcome calls that they were on changed their business. So don't be afraid to go back to people and ask them to do this with them, okay? Period. Get used to the company vocabulary. We need to get really, really good at saying virtual success kit. We need to get really good at talking about Rank Up Roadmap to Silver. All those things in there, the 10 to connect, just having it roll off your tongue, being a student of it. The more that you coach this, meaning the more personally sponsored ambassadors that you tie into this training, the easier it's going to be for you to just off the top, roll it off the back, your tongue. You know what I mean? Okay. Again, another homework I think would be really, really important. Going through your digital success kit or going through that physical success kit is going to be a really good thing. It's great resources. A lot of what I'm going to be adding into Evernote in my own words or in our own words, I may rope in some leaders to create, recreate a document and get it in there. This is going to run alongside. I think that I know that the company has put a lot of money into this training and everything that they're doing and all these documents and making things, streamlined. I think that that's what we need to do is just, piggyback onto what they're doing, do it in our own words, making it relatable for our own personal connections. And it's a no-brainer. All right. And I want you to think about who on your team, especially those in the last 3 months that have joined, they're still new. Okay. Who could benefit from starting strong this way? Who is a solid wholesaler ambassador that we have never really asked in a formal way to do, to get their products paid for, or given them a process to get their products paid for? We've not offered it. Okay. I don't know how many times Jody and Sarah and I sat there and I was just kicking we were all very hard on each other, we can't do this if we're not doing this. And, we were it's all of us that need to take this to another level, and all of us that need to commit to this. And I'm personally very excited. So the last thing I want to tell you is, so those were your to-dos. I want you to get geared up to welcome and celebrate silvers like you've never celebrated it before. I want you to encourage people who are real go-getters to go silver in 7 days. I want you to be the coach that they need for that. Okay? You can do it. I know that you can. At the end of the day, if they don't go silver in 7 days, silver in 30 days is absolutely doable and achievable when they're doing what is in the Rank Up Roadmap module. 10 to connect, writing down a connections list, doing that first post that I talked about. This is all possible. And we have to show them that it's possible, period. Okay? I hope you guys feel that this is a simple enough process that it's easy to duplicate. I will also, I'm going to write this down. I will also create a post around, something that you can keep in your notes for the steps of this process. So as you're learning, you're not missing a step. And I'm so excited, you guys. I have so much excitement for what is going to be happening on this team in 2018. I have people who have claimed ranks and personal growth and excitement. And I believe, it's one of those, some of those cliche sayings, I don't know, but it's, failing to plan is planning to fail. And I feel like this is the perfect time for us to have a couple steps that we do with every single person, and we make sure that every single person starts out strong. Because guess what? I used to do this when I first started, and I know how capable and more solid I felt about everything. And as things got more digital and I wasn't emailing enough, it's excuse city. And I'm just being honest with you guys so that you know that it's easy to fall out of a really good habit. And I'm ready to get us all back into it. All right, so I'm going to unmute. If anybody has any questions, please let me know. We're going to be back on at 9 o'clock for those that are probably putting babies to bed right now. And I'm going to stop recording.